Fastcast.
Good Friday afternoon. I'm Liz Hurley with this 48 Fastcast. We continue with our breaking news coverage in Lawrence County this afternoon after 5 people, 2 adults, 3 children perish in a house fire. That fire started around 5:30 this morning in the Hillsborough area. Lawrence County Coroner and Cortland Fire Chief Scott Norwood confirmed the fire started in the den of their home before spreading to the rest of the house. That fire ultimately killed 5, including those 3 children. The 2 adults were later identified as Chris Hill and Lisa Hill. The children were identified as Chris Jr., Ashante, and Tay. Norwood tells us this is in all his years, this is the deadliest fire he has worked on.
But this is the, I don't know if it's the most fatalities that we've had in one structure fire in Lawrence County. I'm really not for sure, but I know in my 30 years it's the most fatalities that we've had in one structure fire so far.
Originally, a 4th child was thought to be inside that home when the fire broke out, but was later found safe at school. We'll have much more on this deadly fire coming up in our evening newscasts.
Conditions are still chilly across the valley. Lots of us in those mid and low in 40s. We've had a chilly start to the day, and as you've noticed, our rain chances have kind of tapered off a little bit for our Friday, but it is cloudy outside. Looking out at Parkway Huntsville, lots of folks making their way throughout the city. 41 is where we sit here in Huntsville. Lots of other communities in those mid and low in 40s. Our Tennessee counties, though, already taking it down to those mid and upper 30s. So we'll continue to follow suit in the next few hours. We're expecting to see cloudy conditions to follow us into most of the night here. As we get into the late night hours, that's when we'll start to see those 30s come back into the forecast for a lot of our valley community outside of those Tennessee folks. We'll keep a calm and decent breeze around for most of the night. And of course, like I mentioned with that cloud condition, we're going to continue to see that heading into the first couple of days of the weekend. Rain chances will ramp up just a tad as we go into your Saturday and Sunday, but we do get some sunny weather to come back for the following work week. I'll walk you through that in just a moment.
We're looking for some sun. Thanks so much. A Cullman County attorney now suspended by the Alabama Bar Association after she was charged with attempted murder. Sarah Baker arrested last week, accused of trying to kill her husband. Court records show Baker allegedly put fentanyl in her husband's food and drink. She has since bonded out of jail. A DeKalb County man behind bars today on corpse abuse charges. Court records show Oliver Harper was arrested Thursday after he allegedly laid a tarp over a body and left it inside a residence. At this time, we do not know where this happened or why he's facing these charges. We did reach out to the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office for more details. We're waiting to hear back. We are less than 200 days away from the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and the United States just found out its first few opponents. We'll tell you who they are when we come back. The U.S. men's national soccer team now knows its opponents ahead of next summer's FIFA World Cup. The U.S. will open its campaign against Paraguay June 12th. Its next match will be against Australia, followed by one of the following: Kosovo, Romania, Slovakia, or Turkey. We'll know which European nation will join the group in March. The World Cup kicks off June 11th, with the United States playing its group stage matches in L.A. and in Seattle.
Now, your first alert weather forecast with Jada Russell.
We've had a chilly week so far, and we've got a couple of days still around those 40s, but we'll start to see a warm up in the following week. I'll bring you to that in just a moment. Right now, looking out at Madison, seems to be flowing smoothly, 565 and Madison Boulevard. As we look around the rest of the valley, like I mentioned, some areas still in those mid and low in 40s, but our Tennessee communities already in some of those upper 30s. We'll see that later on tonight as we get to about those 9 and 10 o'clock hours. That's when we'll start to see the opportunity for a slight drop in our temperatures, but over the past 24 hours haven't really dropped very much. We did see a drastic drop earlier this week where some days we were about 10 degrees cooler from day to day. So the next 12 hours though, we'll keep those 40s around for the evening hours. Cloud condition will follow us throughout the rest of our night. Pretty cloudy as we go into our evening. We'll see some calm conditions as well as far as that breeze goes, but we'll get into those 30s late night hours over into early on Saturday. So if you have some early morning plans for your Saturday, that's when we'll start to see some cooler conditions. Make sure you're bundling up. Thankfully, we will start to see a warm up though as we go through the rest of your Saturday. We'll start to see some 30s right around the morning hours, and then the clouds will start to dissipate as we get into the early afternoon. This is around 2:30 for Saturday. We'll see some 50s for a couple of folks. Florence, Russellville, Moulton, a lot of our western communities will see that first. And as we go through the rest of your evening, we'll get back into those 30s. Each day is going to take a little bit of a stair step up to some warmer conditions. As we look ahead to Sunday afternoon, that's when we'll start to see some of those higher 50s, getting into about 52 over in Scottsboro. Throughout the rest of the evening, though, we're expecting to see a pass of a slight shower or two getting into your Sunday night. And as we go into the following work week, you'll notice we dip a little bit. We have another cold front moving in around Sunday evening. Into Monday, we dip just a tad there into those mid 40s. But Tuesday through the rest of the week, we start to see some of those upper 50s. Rain chances will return, kind of stair stepping between those upper 40s and low in 50s to end the following work week. But we will stay around some of those comfortable temperatures. Seeing more sunshine though. Our lows for each morning though could possibly see some 20s in and around some of the forecast for the mornings.
But on the high side, the 50s are tolerable. That'll do it for this Friday edition of 48 Fastcast. We will be back online shortly with Before the 4, hosted by AJ Wiest. Then don't forget to tune in on WAFF 48 at 4, 5, 6, and 10 for the day's top stories across North Alabama and beyond. I'm Liz Hurley. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.